After Vladimir Putin, US President Donald Trump speaking to Zelensky. President Trump and Ukrainian President Zelensky held an hour-long conversation on Wednesday morning, following Trump's discussion with Russian President Vladimir Putin. Now, in a social media post on Truth Social account, Donald Trump has stated that the call aimed to align both Russia and Ukraine in terms of their request and need as part of efforts to establish a ceasefire between two nations. Zelensky also taking to social media site X to share details of positive and substantive conversation with Trump. Remember that coming in after what you see on your screen was a full-on spectacle on camera. He also expressed appreciation for the progress made in the initial meeting between Ukraine and American teams in Jeddah as well. This comes after Russia and Ukraine exchanging 175 prisoners of war. Russia handed over additional 22 heavily wounded Ukrainian prisoners. They were in need of urgent medical care.
Путін не погодився на повноцінну тишу, безумовну тишу, і це дуже важливо відзначити це, що він буде знаходити ті чи інші можливості обходити повну тишу. Тому що йому потрібно тиснути на Україну, а це можна, коли ти проводиш ті чи інші операції на полі бою, або дієш постійними ескалаціями в небі, на морі, використовуєш ракети, використовуєш балістику, щоб люди жили в постійному шоці.
President Trump and Ukraine's President Vladimir Zelensky had a fantastic phone conversation. President Zelensky thanked President Trump for a productive start for the work of the Ukrainian and American teams in Jeddah on March 11th. The leaders agreed Ukraine and America will continue working together to bring about a real end to the war and that lasting peace under President Trump's leadership can be achieved. President Zelensky asked for additional air defense systems to protect his civilians, particularly Patriot missile systems, and President Trump agreed to work with him to find what was available, particularly in Europe. The two leaders also agreed on a partial ceasefire against energy. Technical teams will meet in Saudi Arabia in the coming days to discuss broadening the ceasefire to the Black Sea on the way to a full ceasefire.
But I want you now to take a look at this special report that while Russia and Ukraine appear to be heading to a ceasefire, possibly the war could come to an end, but Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky maintains that what Russia or Putin has been saying is very different from the reality on the ground. Here's what's happening meanwhile among the netas and on the ground.
Peace talks are on and so is the war. Russia claims that Ukraine targeted its oil pumping station in Kuban. The pumping station is seen on fire following Ukrainian drone strikes as claimed by Russia. Russia and Ukraine continued to accuse each other of launching air attacks that sparked fires and damaged infrastructure. This just hours after Russian President Vladimir Putin agreed to a limited ceasefire to halt attacks on energy infrastructure in a phone call with US President Donald Trump. Ukraine accused Russia of rejecting a ceasefire after saying it attacked civilian infrastructure, including hospitals. Kremlin continues to maintain that Putin and Trump are paving the way to normalizing Russia-US relations that previous administrations destroyed.
Эта твердая воля двух президентов, наверное, является лучшим залогом того, что все пойдут по этому пути. Имеется в виду и в Америке, и в России.
The US has meanwhile signaled that European partners will be included in peace talks. This even as Russia pushes for lifting of EU-imposed sanctions. Ukraine and its Western allies have long described Russia's invasion of Ukraine as an imperialist land grab. Now, with both Russia and Ukraine accusing each other of attacks, a temporary ceasefire is still a work in progress. Bureau Report, India Today.